Good afternoon, race fans. Welcome to the Bristol Motor Speedway for the Drive to Stop Diabetes 300. This is race number 7 of the 2015 NASCAR Xfinity Series. We are back in action for a 50-lap shootout, the first short track race for the Xfinity drivers, and it comes here at Bristol. The Drive to Stop Diabetes 300 is the name of the race, and on the pole is the number 33 Ream Chevy of Austin Dillon. He will lead the field down to the green flag. Alongside is the number 54 Monster Energy Toyota of Eric Jones. Road to Ryan Blaney driving the 22 car this weekend for Team Penske. He'll start next to the number 88 of Kevin Harvick. Row 3 Rookie of the Year contender Daniel Suarez alongside the number 3 of Ty Dillon. And then Chase Elliott, Chris Buescher, Brendan Gaughan, and Elliott Sadler will make up your top 10. After last week's crazy finish at Texas that left Dale Earnhardt Jr. driving that 88 car in victory lane, we have a new points leader heading into this race, and that is Chase Elliott. Your defending champion is now your new points leader with a 14-point lead on sophomore driver Ryan Reed. Elliott Sadler, Regan Smith, and Brian Scott, they make up your top 5 in points. And then Chris Buescher, Darrell Wallace, Ty Dillon, Brendan Gaughan, and Daniel Suarez, your top 10. That is all that you need to know early on here at Bristol. Let's take you to the command to fire up these 40 engines. Let's line up on pit road.
Drivers, start your engines!
As the engines are getting fired up and the pace car will lead the field onto the racetrack, let's take you to your starting grid for today's Drive to Stop Diabetes 300. As we are going to go green this time by. The engines are fired and we are just now leaving pit road, going green this time by. One of the drivers making their debuts this weekend is the number 90, driven this weekend by Truck Series Rookie of the Year contender Ray Black Jr. Ray Black will drive this number 90 car in today's race. So head along back in the Xfinity Series, driving the 03 from Mike Afrana Motorsports, Enrique Contreras, Morgan Shepherd, all these 4 drivers in the field as we are underway at Bristol. And Austin Dillon gets a great jump on the field. Now Eric Jones tries to hang on to second, and Sadler bounces off the wall right in front of Kyle Larson in that 42 car. And Suarez and Elliott makes contact. Suarez is up in the outside wall. And Kyle Larson goes spinning on the apron. And Dylan Lupp is going to get turned by the 28 of J.J. Yaley. It's really hard to get this race or get some good racing here with the on the short track. And Austin Dillon, Eric Jones, all just trying to slow down. Looks like they all done that pretty good. There you see all the damage on the right side of Daniel Suarez, as he got a lot of damage. And I know there was one car smoking. That was the Ada Blake Cook. Looks like he got some severe contact. Looks like a lot of guys might end up getting trapped a lap down because of all the leaders that went by and all the cars that got slowed down with all the wrecks that were going on. Here's one of the cars on pit road, Blake Cook. Not sure what happened to the 8 car, but let's see if we can find out as we're gonna get a replay. Okay, there were some different things that was going on. But first, we saw the 9 of Chase Elliott almost just pretty much wrecked Daniel Suarez. He comes up the track right in front of Chris Buescher. This is where you see all the contact with Suarez. And then Kyle Larson is going to end up getting turned by somebody in a 42 car. He goes around. And the 28 is going to turn. J.J. Yaley is going to turn the 25 of Dylan Luppin. But that 25 and the 28 had such great runs last week at Bristol. That's pretty much all that happened, but not sure what happened to that Ada Blake Cook. I'm not sure if he ran into somebody or possibly blew up. I think he might have blew an engine, but let's see if we can. And yeah, you can already see the smoke, and it looks like the 8-car Blake Cook blew an engine, and then he just barely misses the 25 Dylan Lupton. So that was actually an engine or a mechanical failure on the 8 of Blake Cook, which ascended that TriStar number 8 car out of the race. The leader at the line was the number number 33 of Austin Dillon, and we'll take you back to the green flag. Okay, we are going green this time by. You'll be on lap number 8 of 50. Austin Dillon out in front of Eric Jones, Ryan Blaney, Ty Dillon, and Kevin Harvick. Here are top 5. Chase Elliott, Brendan Gaughan, Matt Kenseth, Chris Buescher, and Regan Smith. Darrell Wallace Jr., Eric Almirola, Elliott Sadler, Brian Scott, Ross Chastain, and Landon Castle, Dylan Lupton, Ron Reed, Kyle Larson, and J.J. Yaley. And then you got Armstrong, Berryhill, Conley, Sieg, Starr, Godovic, Clements, Black Jr., McClure, and Sellers. Harrison Rhodes, Derek Cope, Joey Gase, Jeff Green, Derek White, Enrique Contreras, Johanna Long, Morgan Shepherd, and Daniel Suarez will restart in 39th. Green flag is back out in the air, and one driver out of the race is Blake Cook with a engine failure. And up front, here comes Eric Jones in that 54 on the back bumper of the 33 of Austin Dillon. Ryan Blaney right on the rear end of that 54 Jones. In the Xfinity Series, we see this 54 and the 22 battling up front a lot. Usually it's with Kyle Busch and Brad Keselowski. But this weekend is two young guns who will probably be the future of NASCAR, Eric Jones and Ryan Blaney. Another young gun, Ty Dillon, right now running in 4th place. But Kevin Harvick right on the rear end of that 3 car. In the 88 of Harvick and the 3 of Ty Dillon, they do have some history together back at Martinsville in the Truck Series a couple of years ago. Chase Elliott right now is 6th in that 9 car. Brendan Gaughan, Matt Kenseth, Chris Buescher, and now trying to get up inside the top 10 is Darrell Wallace. And Austin Dillon in the 33 is pulling away from the field. But not from the field, but he does have a few car lengths lead on the 54 Jones. But nobody has been able to really make a pass on anybody so far on this restart. Dillon is pretty much has been hanging strong right here out in front, and he saw right in on the bottom a couple of guys about to go a lap down. Morgan Shepherd is he's gonna get put in the wall by Derek White right in front of our leaders. Caution flag waves right in front of our leaders. Derek White turns Morgan Shepherd right in front of leader Austin Dillon right when he was about to put Johanna Long 1 lap down. So this is a tremendous break for Johanna Long. And the field will catch back up the leader Austin Dillon. Not sure, and I believe Derek White might have lost a lap. And Ty Dillon, all these guys running into each other now. Not letting him slow down. And let's see if we can replay what happened to Derek White and Morgan Shepherd. Racing hard to try to stay on the lead lap, and coming off turn 4. Like Shepherd just ran up the track like White wasn't even there, and look how close Dillon came from running right into Shepherd. Both at the 40 and the 89 that will be able to continue. And both drivers, Derek White and Morgan Shepherd, are 1 lap down. For Mike Green in a couple of laps, Austin Dillon, Eric Jones, Ryan Blaney, Ty Dillon, and Kevin Harvick, Chase Elliott, Brendan Gaughan, Matt Kenseth, Chris Buescher, and Regan Smith. Darrell Wallace Jr., Brian Scott, Eric Almirola, Kyle Larson, Elliott Sadler, Landon Castle, Ross Chastain, Dylan Lupton, J.J. Yaley, and Dakota Armstrong. Ron Reed, David Starr, Jeremy Clements, Cale Conley, Ryan Sieg, Tanner Berryhill, Brendan Godovic, Peyton Sellers, Ray Black, and Eric McClure. And Daniel Suarez, who has it crunched up Eris Toyota, he has moved up to 31st. Derek Cope, Harrison Rhodes, Joey Gase, Jeff Green, Enrique Contreras, and Johanna Long are the 37 cars still on the lead lap. And as you probably saw, Tanner Berryhill is the new driver of this number 19 car. Berryhill has been driving that 10 car right here for most of the season, but Barry Hill is now the driver of the 19. Back up front, Dillon, Jones, and Blaney will get us back on the way with about 30 to go. Dillon slid up the track. Here comes Eric Jones to pounce. And at 54, Harvick to the inside of Ty Dillon. Ty trying to hang tough on the outside, but Harvick makes the move to the inside. He'll bring Elliott and Gahn and Kenseth all right by the 3 of Ty Dillon. If he can't hang tough on the outside and clear the 88. You saw Blaney trying to get around Eric Jones off turn 2. And Dillon still hanging tough on the outside of Kevin Harvick. And look up there on the 3 has we are under caution once again. Joey Gase went around. In the 52 Jimmy Means Chevrolet. And damage on the 24 of Eric McClure. So it looks like a 2-car incident that has spread out this caution involving Eric McClure and Joey Gase. And McClure will stay on the lead lap. Not sure about Joey Gase, and then starts actually right with Daniel Suarez. So Suarez will turn McClure up the track and right in front of Joey Gase, who gets turned on the nose of the 10 of Jeff Green. And Gase slides down to the inside wall, but does drive away. And I believe Gase will stay on the lead lap because the caution came out before Dillon got to the line. Lapped them, so Gase should be able to get back on the lead lap. Okay, we'll be going green in a couple of laps. We are just now past the halfway point in this race. Austin Dillon is your leader. Eric Jones, Ryan Blaney, Ty Dillon, and Kevin Harvick. Chase Elliott, Matt Kenseth, Brendan Gaughan, Chris Buescher, and Darrell Wallace. Ryan Scott, Kyle Larson, Regan Smith, Elliott Sadler, and now Landon Castle is up inside the top 15. Eric McClure is going to restart 37th, with Joey Gase in 35th. So both Gase and McClure are still on the lead lap. Here's Daniel Suarez, who will restart 31st. No hood, pretty much no rear end either, and he still has moved up 8 spots, 38th to 31st. Actually 39th to 31st. And so he turned the 24 of McClure around. And the pace car will hit pit lane. Out in front of the field. Can anybody get around the 33 of Austin Dillon? Green flag comes back out in the air on lap number 27. The top half of the field stays single file. Jones slides up the track. Ryan Blaney peeps to the inside. It's just so hard to pass here. All these cars, a lot of them are really equal this weekend. And a lot of guys, different leaders in practice and qualifying. Chris Buescher to the inside of Brendan Gaughan to pick up a spot. Now Brian Scott moving on the inside in that 2 car. Falling back on the restart is Brendan Gaughan and Darrell Wallace. Regan Smith and Kyle Larson, 2 drivers just trying to move up on the inside. Chase Elliott now to the inside of Kevin Harvick. These two teams were first and second at Texas last week. Dale Jr. drove this 88 car last weekend. By field mileage, looks like Chris Buescher was going to win the race. By field mileage came into play, and Dale Jr. and Chase Elliott had enough fuel, and they were able to hang on. And Johanna Long spun in turn 1. Puts under the caution flag once again. Joey Gase involved again. And I believe the 03 had some pretty good damage as well. Trying to find Johanna Long, and here she is. She is smoking. Looks like she is done for the day as she is coming down pit road. First race with Afrana Motorsports. Mike Afrana, the team owner. Long driving this. This is a 1 race still. This team will be at Richmond next weekend as well. I'm not sure if Johanna will be the driver. But she is done for the day as she has had serious contact with the inside wall. And it's going to happen right here. Looks like she's going to get turned with a 15. They're coming off turn 4. Looks like Enrique Contreras had a pretty good run on her. And he's going to turn Johanna right, driver side into the inside wall. And it just saw Joey Gase leaving pit road to go a 2nd or 3rd lap down. So that is a tough victory for Johanna Long, who will now finish 39th today. As Blake Cook was the only car out of the race, and now Johanna will take that car behind the wall. We're gonna be going green with just about less than 15 to go. Austin Dillon, your leader, Eric Jones, Ryan Blaney, Ty Dillon, and Kevin Harvick. Matt Kenseth, Chase Elliott, Chris Buescher, Brian Scott, and Kyle Larson now your top 10. Regan Smith, Darrell Wallace, Brendan Gaughan, Elliott Sadler, and Lenny Castle. Ross Chastain, J.J. Yeley, Eric Almirola, Dakota Armstrong, and Ryan Reed. Sieg, Lupton, Berryhill, Conley, Godovic, Starr, Clements, Sellers, Suarez, and Ray White Jr. Derek Cope, Harrison Rhodes, Derek White, Eric McClure, Jeff Green, and Ricky Contreras, Morgan Shepherd, and Johanna Long has took her car behind the wall. And Eric Jones stuck in behind Gase, and here comes Blaney to the inside. Eric Jones got stuck in behind the 52 of Joey Gase, and now Ryan Blaney trying to take advantage of it, and someone who is taking advantage of it is Austin Dillon, who's put out to a huge lead on Ryan Blaney, who's now in second place. Now Ty Dillon in that 3 car trying to move to the inside of Eric Jones to third place. Kevin Harvick on the inside lined up. Chase Elliott has gotten around Matt Kenseth on this restart. Kyle Larson out at the inside of Brian Scott in the 2. And Larson had a pretty good run in Chris Buescher to make it 3 wide, but he had to back off. Now Harvick trying to get to the inside of Eric Jones. 11 to go for Austin Dillon. This 33 car has not been in victory lane this season. And we got 1 car stopped on the track. That's Landon Castle. Tough break for the 0-1 who was running up front. And Jeff Green is on pit road. The 0-1 car was stalled on the track. Not sure what has happened, but we are under yellow once again. We'll see what happens. Well, you see right here, the caution came out when Landon Castle suddenly lost power right here off turn 4 or turn 2. Yeah, turn 2, and right here he's going to stall on the track. This was going to bring out the caution. Well, that was doing well. He was doing bad. Jeff Green in the 10 car was on pit road with a loose wheel. That's what happened to Jeff Green, but that is a tough break for Landon Castle, who was running up solidly up inside the top 15. But it looks like his day could be over, and he could be finishing 38th today if he cannot get that car refired. And Castle has lost a second lap. And Castle is back on track, but he is 37th 2 laps down. Joey Gase is 38th 3 laps down. So we will be going green with just about a couple of laps to go. Your leader is Austin Dillon. He has led every single lap. Ryan Blaney won this race, won the fall race here last year, beating Kyle Busch. Ty Dillon, Eric Jones, and Kevin Harvick. Chase Elliott, Matt Kenseth, Brian Scott, Chris Buescher, and Kyle Larson. They make up your top 10. Then Darrell Wallace, Brendan Gaughan, Regan Smith, Elliott Sadler, and now cracking the top 15 is the 43 of Dakota Armstrong. So we will have 5 to go. Can Dillon hang on? Can Blaney get around him and still win? 5 laps of racing to go. And Ryan Blaney hangs with the 33, but right behind Blaney is Austin's brother and teammate Ty Dillon. But here comes Blaney right on the rear end of the 33 of Dillon. One mistake by Austin Dillon, and that could give the win to Ryan Blaney, trying to go 2 in a row at Bristol. Ty Dillon trying to get his second win of the year. So is Eric Jones looking for his first win of the year, and Kevin Harvick trying to get that third win of the year. Landon Castle and Joey Gase have crashed again, but that will end the race right here for Austin Dillon as he comes across the line first. You're under yellow once again. We're wrecking again. Joey Gase spins out again. Something's going on with that 52, and Dillon tries to make sure he can't run into that 89 of Morgan Shepherd. So Joey Gase has brought out the caution once again. It's like the 4th or 5th time today. It's like Landon Castle was involved again. Actually, Gase is going to be getting turned by the Ryan Reed. Sends right down into the 19 and 10 of Berryhill. And Landon Castle was on and off pit road while that was going on. Coming across the line, Austin Dillon. We'll be getting the white flag this time by, and since we're on the yellow, we will not be going back green. And for a guy who is going to be running tomorrow's Cup race, and I believe, if I remember correctly, Dylan is starting up inside the top 10. Austin Dillon could learn a lot from this race and could take over the Cup program tomorrow. This would be Dillon's third career win in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. First two came at Kentucky, both of them from the pole. And today, Austin Dillon, Ryan Blaney, Todd Dillon, Eric Jones, and Kevin Harvick are top 5. They make their way out of turn 4. And the third career win for Austin Dillon. He is the winner here at Thunder Valley. Dillon takes home the win. And a great battle with Ryan Blaney right at the very end, but that cost him when Joey Gase comes up short, or Blaney. Todd Dillon gets a nice podium finish after what's been a bad couple of races with that 3-team. Eric Jones and Kevin Harvick getting another top 5 for that 88 team. Yeah, I do not know what these guys are doing, but here are the official results. Okay, we got Austin Dillon, Ryan Blaney, Todd Dillon, Eric Jones, and Kevin Harvick. Chase Elliott, Kenseth, Ryan Scott, Kyle Larson, and Chris Busch are getting top 10 finishes. Darrell Wallace, Brendan Gaughan, Regan Smith, Elliott Sadler, and Dakota Armstrong, J.J. Yaley, Eric Almirola, Ross Chastain, Dylan Lupton, and Kel Connolly will be getting top 20 finishes. And Ray Black Jr., the only driver making their debuts today, will finish 28th in that 90 car. So that is all here from the Bristol Motor Speedway. Two drivers did not finish the race, Johanna Long and Blake Cook. Long wrecked and Cook had engine failure early in the race. Tomorrow in the NASCAR Spring Up Series, we'll be racing here live from Bristol. So stay tuned for that race, as that will be the next race on this channel. I'm Eric Burton, saying so long from Bristol for the Xfinity Series. The next weekend, these boys will be racing at Richmond, Virginia next week. Till next time, congrats to the number 33 team of Austin Dillon, as he is the winner for the Drive to Stop Diabetes 300.